Could the divide between reality and the supernatural be more fragile than we realize? Dive in with us as we uncover a spine-tingling true tale that challenges those limits. The central hook of this script revolves around the tragic and enigmatic story of Anneliese Michel. Her exorcism, driven by deep psychological issues, prompts important questions about the relationship between mental health and the perception of demonic possession, underscoring the urgent need to understand and address mental illnesses, rather than attributing them to supernatural causes. Anneliese Michel, possession or tragedy. In 2005, The Exorcism of Emily Rose took the film world by storm, captivating audiences with its chilling premise that claimed to be based on a true story. At the heart of this haunting narrative lies the tragic tale of Anneliese Michel, a young girl born in West Germany in 1952. Report 1. Anneliese's ordeal began when, at just 16 years old, she fainted during a school lesson, slipping into a mysterious trance that left her classmates bewildered. That night, she awoke with an overwhelming sense of dread, feeling an invisible weight pressing down on her chest. To her horror, she discovered she had wet the bed, a troubling sign that marked the beginning of her harrowing journey into darkness. Report 2. As weeks turned into months, her family noticed an unsettling change in Anneliese's behavior. Episodes of confusion and distress became more frequent, prompting her concerned parents to seek medical help. Despite their efforts, doctors could find nothing physically wrong with her, leaving the family desperate for answers. They tried various treatments, but none seemed to provide relief. Tragically, Anneliese's health took a drastic turn for the worse when she contracted tuberculosis. This illness compounded her already deteriorating mental state, leading to disturbing hallucinations and the sensation of being tormented by unseen forces. Her descent into despair raised alarm bells for her family, who felt increasingly powerless to help their beloved daughter. As her symptoms intensified, the search for a solution took a dark turn. Anneliese began to believe she was possessed, claiming to hear voices and see visions of demonic figures. This belief, fueled by a strict upbringing and religious fervor, led her family to turn to the church for answers, believing that exorcism was the only way to save her. Thus began a tragic series of events that would ultimately culminate in her heartbreaking fate. While hospitalized, she began experiencing vivid colors and unsettling voices. This led to a diagnosis of temporal lobe epilepsy, a serious yet common condition. Desperate for answers, her family turned to the church, convinced Anneliese was possessed by demons. They believed she was haunted by sinister entities, whom she named after notorious figures like Hitler and Judas. This heartbreaking tale raises crucial questions about mental health and trauma, particularly concerning dissociative identity disorder often stemming from severe childhood abuse. Tragically, Anneliese underwent an astonishing 67 exorcisms over 10 harrowing months before succumbing to starvation. The aftermath ignited national outrage, revealing a dire need for better understanding of mental health. Anneliese's story serves as a poignant reminder that seeking help for psychological struggles is essential. As her condition deteriorated, Anneliese descended into a world of terrifying hallucinations, haunted by invisible forces and tormenting voices that plunged her into deep depression. Her behavior became increasingly bizarre, praying over 600 times a day, injuring her knees, and even crawling under a table, barking like a dog for 2 days. At her lowest point, she resorted to consuming bizarre items like spiders and coal. In a desperate bid for relief, her parents sought the help of a bishop for an exorcism, convinced she was possessed by 6 demons. During these harrowing rituals, the alleged demons began to speak, with recordings of these events still circulating online, solidifying Anneliese's story as one of the most chilling in history. In a curious parallel, American Michael Boatwright awoke in a hotel room speaking Swedish, claiming to be Johan Ike. What triggers such astonishing transformations? Are these experiences rooted in science? Let's delve into these mysteries, often linked to dissociative identity disorder where individuals embody multiple identities. As poet Nita Fazli aptly said, every man has 10 to 20 men inside him, emphasizing the complexity of our true selves. Get ready for an exploration into the uncanny. Now, consider this: someone struts around, convinced they're a genius, but in reality they're just a fool. This striking contrast illustrates the Dunning-Kruger effect, where self-awareness is lost. Remember, a fool thinks he's the brightest star in the sky. Report 3. Let's dive into the captivating world of identity. You might see yourself as compassionate while acting selfishly, or a high achiever feeling woefully inadequate. Our identity consists of 3 facets: your authentic self, the persona you present, and the ideal version you aspire to be. For some, that dream self might mirror a beloved celebrity. For others, it could resemble a local hero. What does an ideal self look like for a child? Traits like kindness and wisdom shine bright. A significant gap between how you view yourself and who you want to be can lead to plummeting confidence and low self-esteem. But when these identities harmonize, that's when confidence soars. The crucial question is, how much do you truly value yourself? Are you the vibrant, free-spirited geek from Jab we met, or do you struggle to embrace who you are? Psychologist Carl Rogers suggests our self-concept is a blend of self-image, ideal self, and self-esteem, shaped by our experiences, fears, and desires. A person might appear joyful while concealing profound sadness, echoing Kaifi Asmi's poignant words, "What sorrows lie behind that bright smile." Some may project unwavering faith yet grapple with doubt, while others seem polite but harbor frustration. Our identities form a rich tapestry, sometimes splitting into fascinating personalities known as alters. An individual might have 2, 5, or even a staggering 100 alters, like Kim Noble, each with its unique name and story. Isn't the mind an extraordinary enigma? People often showcase different sides of themselves depending on their company, acting one way with friends and another with family. But in dissociative identity disorder this goes much deeper. Imagine shifting not just your behavior but also your name and age, with distinct memories tucked away in separate mental compartments. In DID, there's usually a primary personality, known as the host identity. For Kim Noble, however, her alter Patricia often took center stage. When with her daughter, she identifies as Patricia, not Kim, surrounded by a whole cast of identities, including Judy, Julie, and more. This captivating phenomenon was even depicted in the 2017 film Split. What's fascinating is how these personality shifts can occur unnoticed. Each time one takes control, memories can fade away. Kim might misplace her keys or forget she ordered pizza, sometimes even finding her car parked miles away, completely unaware of how it happened. A turning point came when Kim switched to her 15-year-old self, Julie, while driving, leading to a shocking accident. Many individuals with DID remain unaware of their condition, only realizing frequent memory lapses. Upon discovering her DID, Kim's alters were skeptical, hesitant to accept the truth. After 6 years of therapy, she began piecing together the intricate puzzle of her identity. The magic of managing DID lies in reintegration, bringing together those diverse alters into a unified self. It's a captivating journey through the complexities of the mind that challenges our understanding of identity. As we embrace a more enlightened perspective on mental health, let's discard outdated beliefs in ghosts and demons. The stories of Anneliese Michel and Kim Noble remind us of the profound importance of understanding our minds and seeking help when needed. The phenomenon of personality shifts in individuals with dissociative identity disorder DID is truly captivating, often occurring without anyone realizing it. When one alter takes control, the previous memories can slip away. Many people with DID remain unaware of their condition, only recognizing it through frequent memory gaps. When Kim finally uncovered her DID, her alters were skeptical, hesitant to embrace this new reality. After 6 years of intensive therapy, Kim began piecing together the complex puzzle of her identity. The true magic of managing DID lies in reintegration, the process of uniting diverse alters into one cohesive self. It's a compelling journey through the labyrinth of the mind that challenges everything we think we know about identity. At the time of writing, Kim was still untangling the intricate threads of her existence, experiencing 3 to 4 vivid personality shifts each day. She started to identify triggers for these transformations, like when her alter Judy emerged during mealtime or another took the lead at bath time. By recognizing these cues, Kim gained greater control over her dissociative identity disorder. In stark contrast stands the tragic story of Anneliese Michel, whose haunting narrative opened this exploration. After enduring a staggering 67 exorcisms over 10 long months, she faced a heartbreaking end. Many speculated that her demise resulted from malevolent spirits, echoing themes from popular books like The Secret and The Alchemist. For those interested in harnessing positive energy, I highly recommend the enchanting e-book The Power of Universe by my friend Vijay Dahaya, which I had the honor of forwarding. It's a mesmerizing blend of philosophy, spirituality, and practical self-help, compactly wrapped in just 77 pages for only Rs. 59. available in both Hindi and English. Anneliese's tragic fate wasn't a result of demons, but rather starvation and dehydration. She weighed a mere 32 kg at the time of her death. This devastating outcome ignited national outrage and prompted investigations that revealed she had been under psychiatric care since age 16, responding positively to treatment. Diagnosed with temporal lobe epilepsy, anorexia nervosa, and hyper-religious personality disorder, her condition was exacerbated by a strict upbringing that fueled her belief in possession. The district attorney emphasized that timely medical intervention could have dramatically altered her fate, leading to negligent homicide charges against her parents and the priests involved. You might wonder why some individuals experience irrational thoughts without developing DID. Research suggests that about 90% of individuals with DID have faced childhood trauma, physical, emotional, or sexual. Such experiences can trigger dissociation as a survival mechanism, leading to the emergence of multiple identities. While dissociation serves as a natural defense, it can escalate into significant mental health challenges like anxiety and depression. Many traumatic memories remain buried in the unconscious, often leaving victims without recollection. Treatment typically involves psychotherapy aimed at confronting and healing from these past wounds, with the reintegration of fragmented identities relying on acknowledgement and forgiveness. Surprisingly, mild dissociative experiences are quite common. Studies indicate that around 74% of people have encountered at least one episode. This phenomenon exists on a spectrum similar to political systems, where only the most extreme cases evolve into DID. Milder forms can include dissociative amnesia, where individuals forget parts of traumatic experiences. A particularly intriguing case is that of Michael Boatwright, who experienced dissociative fugue. After fainting, he astonishingly began speaking Swedish, linked to his past experiences in Sweden, yet he couldn't recall anything about his life or family. Then there's depersonalization, where individuals feel disconnected from their actions, as if watching themselves from the outside. Derealization mirrors this, creating a sense that the world around them isn't real.